Hey there everybody, Eric from Outer Limitless coming at you today with another video. Now in today's video we've had a whole day of hiking, we're out here camping, having an awesome little fire, but the sun's going down, it's getting dark, and here I have the Wuben H3, which I plan on using for my headlamp tonight. Gonna give this a go. Now I am pretty impressed at Wuben products. The last product we took a look at was their multifunction pen. Greatly enjoyed it. I still use that in my EDC rotation, and it was a wonderful product. So the people at Wuben sent this out to me for review. So we're going to take a look at this, and I'm going to give you my impressions. But so far, nice, small, compact. I think this is going to be about perfect tonight. But if you're interested in seeing a little bit more about what I'm about to get into, do me a favor, stay tuned. So before we get too far, I would like to say thank you very much to the people at Wuben who did provide this product for review. Now again, this is the H3, a very small and compact headlamp. First things first, just has a couple of basic AAAs, no frills about it, very simple, small form factor, a simple band, but this is multi-purpose, multi-function, and I think is going to be pretty cool tonight. Now the first thing is, this does swivel in this direction. But the interesting thing is it also swivels in this direction too. The reason being this actual headlamp can come directly off of the headband, fairly simple, and it can be put on a pack strap. So nicely goes on a molle strap or something like that. Very, very simple. And a nice small light like this is going to be great for a number of different reasons, and the fact is you can rotate this around and get that beam adjusted exactly where you need it. So very nice little package and interesting form and function overall. Very cool. Now with the Wuben H3, very simple. The modes are as follows. Press once, long press, long press, long press, and again single press off. That's the first button. But then the opposite button, as I press here, you will see the red light, long press, that goes to kind of a bluish color, long press, and you'll see, does that little strobe, long press, back to that single mode, single press is off. So having both red, blue, that strobe, and then also the white light, multi-purpose and multi-function, very nice. And then last but not least, a double click of the first button there, very quick, and you'll see it goes into that SOS mode. So a number of different specialty modes built into this, and overall, well done. All right, so now you can see the red beam in use. Here I am at my shelter. So just trying to navigate around. And here you can see, just taking a look here at my belongings in my hammock. So a couple of pillows you can see. A couple of pillows. Here's my sleeping bag. For the most part, able to make everything out. But switching this off and using the white light. This is the medium mode. I've been using sort of a medium just for general navigation. As you can see here, doing a nice job. Now the beam pattern, you can see it's not a super defined hotspot. Little hotspot, but not overly aggressive, which is nice. A little bit floody. And as I go through the modes, again, this is medium. This is the high mode. Pretty nice beam, illuminating nicely off into the distance with no problem. So more than enough beam on that. And I'd say more than enough light. And then long pressing again. Here you'll see that's the 1 lumen mode. Now, in reality, I could definitely use this to get around camp. And in fact, at this time, where it is getting darker, I really don't want to, be flashing around too much. So this might be about perfect. So keeping it in the low mode, that's the 1 lumen output. And then a quick double press. Again, you'll see that is your SOS mode. Another single press, and it remembers I was in the low mode. And again, as I mentioned, that 1 lumen output, more than enough light to do what I need to do. So again, just looking at my hammock, you can see sleeping bag, my pillows, my down jacket here. So actually about the perfect amount of light. So I like this low mode very much. It's a perfect output. And so now back in the studio, taking a look at the Wuben H3 in just a little more detail. So again, as I ran through this pretty quickly outside, I did want to show this Now in the controlled scenario, so you can see it just a little more clearly. So here you have your two buttons. The main button here with the W on it, well, when you press it one time, that goes into the mode. It's pretty much a memory mode. So if I press and long press, here you'll see cycling between the modes. So the low, medium, and high. So for this example, I am going to leave this in the medium mode. So here, the 50 lumen output. Now single press, turning the light off. If I long press and release, that comes on in the low mode, so that there being the 1 lumen, turning it off. But now when I single press, it remembers that I'm in the medium mode. So it does have memory. So again, high, low, medium, and off. A quick double press, and that goes into the beacon. You'll see here, SOS, and another single press, and it's off. Now pressing the second button, this one here saying R3, a single press there, that is the red mode, off with a single press. Turning it back on, long pressing, that goes to blue, and another long press, that goes into that beacon mode. Again, long press, back into the red, single press, off. Very simple, and two different types of output, which is nice. Now looking at the battery compartment here, you will see it is a little bit tight in terms of your ability to get that open unless you swivel it, and at that point, no problem. Now, this compartment is a little bit tight and difficult. It is gasketed, which is nice, and inside it does come with a couple of straightforward AAA batteries. This is not a rechargeable flashlight, but not a big deal. I'm pressing this down, clicking it into place, works very nice. And the fact that it's not rechargeable kind of helps keep it a little bit compact, and I do like the overall functionality. So looking at it here with the two different directions of swivel, that really does allow you to dial this into exactly how you want it adjusted. And as I mentioned while I was out in the field, well, this can easily be removed from the head strap and put on a pack strap. Which for me, the ability to put this on a pack is absolutely wonderful. I greatly enjoy that about this. In fact, I think having one of these on your backpack is definitely a good idea apart from a headlamp. And so sliding this into place here, not terribly difficult. And you can see here, putting it on a vertical strap. Now, in order for me to operate this, it's very easy to swivel and angle it in whatever direction I need. That is awesome. But if you have a horizontal strap, the same sort of way, and here you can see also working very well. So depending on your backpack and your setup and what you're trying to do, this will work either way. And just having a little bit of light here on the front of you, that's going to work out extremely well, where at this point, just having a dedicated light out in front of you and combined with a headlamp, that would be absolutely primo. And just one suggestion for the people at Wuben, which is this is not the most tactical looking light. For me personally, I like subdued things. Sometimes I don't want bright and loud. I kind of like to be low key. And I do have a lot of bags that are green, military green, olive green, tan, gray, wolf gray, a lot more sort of subdued colors, and I don't want bright and loud. If I'm going to go in that direction, I'm going to go with orange, probably not the blue, which is the other option that Wuben offers. But for me, I would love to see this in some tactical colors, and I think this would be a great option for people who are into hunting and maybe even military or law enforcement. Now, it's not going to have the longest runtime, but this would be almost a backup light, and the fact that it has these different modes works out very well. So I would love to see this in some tactical colors. I think if you gave me one right now in the sort of coyote, that would be great, or khaki, or even foliage green, something like that would be really nice. Olive drab, you name it, that would be perfect. So overall, I definitely like this, and I'm not going to not carry it because it's orange, but at the same time, if it was in more of those sort of subdued colors, I would automatically naturally gravitate towards it. Overall, a great light. I greatly enjoy this. The functionality is definitely there. It's so lightweight, small, and compact. It's good for the pack. It's good for the head strap. It works out very well and has decent runtime overall. So with 7 hours of runtime on medium, that to me starts to hit a very important mark, which is my ability to have good, ample light and the ability to sustain my battery life long enough to go from when the sun goes down until the sun comes up. Because if I need to self-rescue and I have a headlamp on, I need that light to last at least 6 or 7 hours until I have some resemblance of sunlight. So overall, 50 lumen output, fairly substantial, and the ability to have a 7-hour runtime, that to me is key. And so with that said, that's a look at the Wuben H3 headlamp. Again, I'd like to say thank you very much to the people at Wuben for providing this for review. This was my first look at one of their headlamps. I like the design. I think it's fairly innovative, the fact that you can swivel it in the different directions. I like that a lot. The overall output seems perfect. I actually very much like the fact that you get the red light and you get the typical beam. 120 lumen output with a fairly nice throw, not overly hot on the spot, a little bit floody. This is pretty nice. So to the people at Wuben, very nice, and thank you very much. So all right guys, thanks for stopping by. I hope you like what you saw. I hope you found it a little bit informative. If you like what you saw, please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for stopping by. Take care now. I'll see you soon.